report. Let us stand our ground.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Listen, this works one way.
No, it's a community. It
This works one way. This works one way. I get to talk. If everybody starts talking, then we have to do the same thing we just did in there. And I'm going away for a month tomorrow, so I thought people might want the opinion. Okay? I would never in a million years vote to put an asphalt plant in this town. Never. It makes no sense. It defies common sense. Okay? It's total crap. However, I was faced with a ridiculous decision. We had a judge who was unwilling to see common sense, to behave like anybody would in this situation. It is not like that. But as I asked, as Jonathan a year and a half ago, when I asked him, how can we do this? Apparently, and again, this is all, I'm not an attorney, this is all my opinions. This is not board of selectmen, this is not town council, this is me. He told me judges in Massachusetts could do what they want in the name of justice. So it was very clear this guy was going to find against us. The best thing that I could do was suck it up and try to protect that parcel. I don't care about the $8.5 million because it's a drop in the bucket for a $110 million a year budget, right? Absolutely. All I was concerned about when I knew we were going to lose, and lose on appeal, I was convinced of it, was ensuring that we control that parcel in a way that we could not if we took it all the way through trial. And by the way, if we took it all the way through trial and lost, or somehow got remanded the MCP and had to go through a normal MCP process, we still wouldn't have the kind of controls on this parcel that we will with this settlement. So it is the best, really shitty fucking deal that we could get. Otherwise, we were going to end up with an asphalt plant, the rock crusher, which we already have, the solar field that we already have. We were going to have stockpiling. We were going to have whatever else he wanted to do. He's buying the quarry next door. Everything was open season.
How do you know the appellate court wouldn't have some common sense?
The fact that he's ready to...
No, so hold on. It's a good question.
As far as the light manufacturing,
it's a great question.
It's a great common sense.
It's a great question. So I, again, I'm not an attorney. I'm certainly not a land court attorney, right? So I have to go with the guidance of our experts. And the guidance that I got was the appellate court is not going to be made up of land court judges. It's going to be made up of other, I don't know what kind of judges is what they do. However, they tend to, the appellate court would not be made up of land court judges. This decision was made in land court. It wouldn't have been made in land court. So my understanding, what I've been led to believe, which is the best I can do, is that the appellate judges almost always defer to the judgment of land court. It is very unlikely that we would win on appeal.
That's your opinion.
I read cases all the time that are overturned.
Then that's
How come can you see those your opinion? The town is very clear on what our opinion is. I mean, look at everything.
Listen, I voted against the thing twice, right? In the end, listen. All I want to do is tell you what I was thinking in this Sophie's choice. Okay, you disagree.
Why'd you do it in violation of the open meeting law?
That I don't know about.
Exactly. Why you sign? Why you?
Listen, I learned about that after the fact. I don't know that it's true. All I know is that'd be great. That'd be great. All I know is that I was told over and over and over again that it's executive session. These are things that we can't discuss out of exec session. There are people here who know me, who know, I mean, I don't know you, you don't know me. There are plenty of people here who know me, who know this is not what I wanted, right? Who know that, in fact, I contributed to the Route 40 Clean Air Coalition. But I had to go with what I thought would protect the neighborhood the best.
Then you should have talked to the people first.
I didn't think I could. You're an attorney, you may know that.
We disagree.
There's just two things.
That's only your personal opinion. We disagree.
Okay.
Run for the board! Run for the board!
Yes, we will.
Please do!
Yeah, we will.
Get some representation. You know,
Yeah,
I ran
we will.
unopposed. I ran unopposed.
We will.
Do you know how fucking frustrating it is to be in a town of 11,000 people and get 102 votes? Okay? Come on. Run for the board.
Can I just say two things when you go back and redo this? Number one, that the agreement has to be off the table because if you read the statute, there has to be a notice of any kind of mediation, there has to be notice given. That's number one. I know. That's number one. So that agreement's is null and void. They are going to have to have. They're going to have a hearing about the mediation. That's number one. And number two, I read cases all the time where courts are overturning trial court decisions, whether it's criminal law, land court law, or civil rights law. And a lot of times, it's all a matter of common sense. And I think when an appellate court gets a hand of this, they're going to see common sense as far as whether that is or is not light manufacturing.
Can everybody hear what he just said?
Yes.
Appeal.
So what I'm saying is, yes, every time you go up on appeal, I've gone up on appeal. Every time you go up on appeal, it's always best to be the one that won a trial. But that lawyer sounds to me like things that I've actually done in my practice when I've lost and the plaintiff my client wanted to appeal, and I would have appealed, but I was telling him, all the negative things. That doesn't mean we wouldn't have appealed, and it doesn't mean we wouldn't have won. But what happened was they did this without an open meeting, without talking to the people. And if the people want an appeal, we think that we should take the risk that a judge will be have common sense.
I thought that we should do that. If all of us, I mean, come on, the people
How
that
can
voted
you do
in
a
favor of
secret deal? How can you do that?
All I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that appellate court judges sometimes have common sense.
I don't want to see violate open meeting if any of the others join.
I
here.
don't think
So-
anybody's here, and I'm willing to take the risk.
This gentleman's talking about common sense. I would ask myself, why would Newport pay over $500,000 in our legal expenses and give us all these goodies if they were so sure they were going to win? Just again, common sense.
No, common sense is we could drag it out for another 2, 3, 5 years.
Okay.
I'm answering his question.
No.
I'm answering his question. We drag it out for another 2, 3, 5
Because
years.
we might win on appeal.
We make him essentially
It's not your choice.
No, leave him alone.
my
Hey,
fucking choice because you elected me and I did the best I could. All right.
No,
if you want to be on the board, get elected.
Hey,
you want to
he's
be a selectman, get
everybody-
elected. Everybody here is equal.
he's standing out here talking to you all. Give him a little bit of respect, everyone.
I could have left. I'm getting up at 4 in the morning to get on a flight at Logan. I should be home with my family. I'm here to try to explain to you how we were getting fucked. And I tried to minimize the absolute fucking. Is there any question about my perspective on the motherfucking asphalt plant?
Thanks for being
So,
here.
common sense.
Our lawyer did you a disservice
We would cost
by
him
not
millions and
telling you
millions
about
and millions of dollars by delaying by just 2 years. That's it.
Right, and I assumed
that's
that
the problem.
I
That's why
assumed
it's
that
not
that was the
settled.
reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, and
But
I'm
at town
happy that I
meeting,
find
we've
out after the
authorized-
fact that we had the right to open it to the public. Hell no. I mean, he says it's true. I've heard it from some other people, but I don't know. I can only do what town council tells me.
I understand,
You
but
know?
I would just say to that what you said is true, but if we've gone to town meeting twice and approved funding to fight this legally, town meeting has approved it, there was never one vote against the funds to fight
No,
this,
I
so
know, you're
therefore,
right.
they
No,
should
this was
fight till the
such a-
bitter end.
This was such.
I understand you're in a tough position.
Yeah, because look, I'm looking at what can be done on that parcel. I mean, it's huge. They can do so much stuff, and so to get limitations that have teeth and are enforceable, although Elisa doesn't agree that we can enforce them, which is different. That's appealing because I feel like if it were just my family, I'd roll the dice, right? But with all these families that I have to worry about their children with more shit getting put on that property, I just felt like.
I can't imagine that
That's how I felt.
I
It's just a common sense.
Can you go back and read?
I don't know. I have to find out. Yes, it is common sense, but the judge is always in control.
How can
Yeah, right. No, so I think Elisa's right, guys.
How
Look,
can
I
you
mean, you can hear
define-
me spout profanity all night long, but But the reality is that I wanted to get my perspective because I don't think I'm going to be able to be at the next meeting unless it's a long way out. So I wanted to get my perspective. You can be pissed at me. You're right to be pissed at me for settling, right? But I wanted you to get my perspective on why I took the decision. The secret business, I was under the impression that we couldn't discuss it publicly. Otherwise, you better believe we would have.
From your side, you should try, like they like you, right? Obviously they like you, so can you try from your side that
I don't. I have his word. I don't know. Look, I mean, I would go to
do
town
the
council.
homework, right? You represented the whole town, one of the three.
Yeah, one of
the
five.
three,
Yeah.
right? So you
What
should do
town
your homework.
councilors are in their pocket?
There's no way.
No way. Then there's no deals being done after the opening show. Who's in their pocket?
I'm sorry. You actually were polite enough to raise your hand, yeah? We were told by town council, it's an understanding I've gotten from the board of selectmen and other members of the planning board. Town council. It would be Jonathan Silverstein, probably John Giorgio. It would be virtually every member of every board. It's our understanding, right? I just told both town councils.
Because if we have media too,
Yes, we have been told that over and over and over again. Nobody wants to go into executive session.
Why is it that the judge could say that this building, that you didn't have in the bylaw, that it
Right, like we
needed
didn't-
to be in an enclosed space, all of that, where you look at any website you look at for a legal definition of light manufacturing, it states this,
I know.
and this. And how, I mean,
So have you read our light manufacturing bylaw before we amended it the last time?
No.
It, as Attorney Silverstein was describing, it was weak, very, very weak. It didn't have any of those indoor things. It didn't. So that's what I was saying at the beginning when I got up here. That I asked Attorney Silverstein, how can he just take pieces of our major commercial project bylaw and suck them into our light manufacturing bylaw? That doesn't, you don't just get to magically do that. Well, it turns out, yes, he does, because that's in the name of justice, whatever the hell that means. So that's how he did it. It wasn't our light manufacturing bylaw was weak, but he also co-opted things from a completely different bylaw. So the MCP thing that we had to do later, but it defies logic, right? And
Is
so
it not possible to change the bylaws now?
We have changed the bylaw, but it
We
doesn't.
have,
But it's not
doesn't take
retro.
effect.
Right? Because that's unfair, right? Right? He's made an application, all that. I mean, if you think about it, somebody changing out from anything is not fair.
So why is it that to appeal
Can you please tell me when the
this
plant
judge?
is going to start?
No,
Okay.
hopefully never.
No, the reason I'm saying is you guys already approved it. Okay, there's a settlement, so they may be starting to construct it.
Wait, what's the road work there though?
That settlement was made, the open meeting law.
There's road.
Open meeting law requires